Welcome back, YouTube. I'm Adam Johnson, and this is NFA Review Channel. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the new YHM Resonator. This is their new QD 30 caliber suppressor that is based off of their Turbo 556, which I already reviewed on this channel. So if you guys haven't seen it, make sure to click that link in the description below and get all caught up on the 556 version. Just want to give a huge shout out to all my Patreons before we start today. Just got back from the NRA show in Dallas. Very costly to fly myself and a friend out there to help film. Just under $3,000 for a couple days. So I didn't have a company fly my way out there. That way I could freelance and line up more work for you guys for 2018. So huge shout out to everybody who is a Patreon member, and I'm looking forward to giving away some more gift cards on the 5th of next month. Without further ado, let's go ahead and open the box and get down to the details. Okay, right off the bat, I noticed that the box is actually pretty small. It has a small footprint, easy to stack, so your dealers out there will love that because they do have to store these and they're safe. Take the box open, we have a little foam pad and the manual, and then right down to business, we have the suppressor. There's nothing else in here. Okay, so overall length on this sucker is 7.8 inches. Comes in at a diameter of 1.5 inches, and it weighs exactly 1 pound. So we're right at the 16-ounce mark on this suppressor, which is really at like the sweet spot for a 30 caliber rifle suppressor. You really don't want to go any heavier than that, and any lighter. It's obviously going to have to be much shorter. The finish is really nice. It's a matte, high temperature black Cerakote. Really evenly distributed here. I don't see any imperfections or anything. This is right off the shelf, guys, so this isn't some cherry picked can just for me. This is exactly what you guys at home would get. It is rated as far as calibers from 17 HMR, obviously it's a no-brainer, all the way up to 300 Win Mag, 300 RUM. So there is some barrel restrictions on that. I know for the 300 Win Mag, they want you to stay around the 20-inch barrel length mark, and 556 and 308, they want you to stay around 10.5-inch minimum barrel length, and 300 Blackout, you can go down to 8 inches. So that's about par for the course. Across the board, especially a can at this price point. Firing schedule on all of those is full auto rated. If you can afford to shoot 300 RUM full auto, we need to be friends because you're rich. Decibel numbers, guys. So this meters on a 20-inch barrel, 308 at 135 dB. And then at a 16-inch barrel, 6.8 millimeter, 132 dB, and a 14.5-inch SBR 556 AR-15 platform, 132, and those are at the muzzle readings, guys. So I'm really curious to see what this does on the sub calibers. Par for the course these days is when you're shooting a sub caliber through a 30 caliber can, you're going to get a really nice, pleasing low tone out of that ejection port. Reasoning is most of your back pressure in your gas from a suppressor is actually coming back down the bore. Most think that it's just the gas system, but you're getting a lot back down the bore of the firearm, and then you're obviously getting some back down the gas tube, and it will create a port pop in your right ear. That's why a lot of people are metering at the muzzle and at the ear, which gives the consumer the ability to differentiate, the performance on the suppressor when you use it on sub calibers, and as well as the caliber it was meant for. So this is slightly longer than the Turbo 556 that I already reviewed by, looks like right around 2 inches or so, just crudely measuring it here on the rack. So, and that can performed well. I didn't have any discomfort at the ear, so I have high hopes for this. And this is a QD mount can, so I mean, super simple design here, guys. I asked them to send me flash hiders for the review because I hate timing breaks. So if you are in my world and you had to review a new suppressor every week and you had to retime a break, you would literally pull your hair out. So only flash hiders for me, but they have everything available on the website. QD system's really simple. I'll show you some B-roll here on the 556 version. You just screw it on and the little teeth will index on the back of the can and tighten it, and it is not going anywhere. I have not had the other one come loose at all. So super simple design, and it works, and more importantly, there's no latches or anything to wear out. So kudos to YHM for that one. And another thing you might notice about the suppressor, for those of you that didn't see the turbo review, is this is a tubeless design. So a lot of manufacturers out there are going to the tubeless design because they're learning how to weld properly, use the correct materials, and the tube is holding up. As far as durability, if a tubeless design can handle 300 RUM, I have no problem shooting a couple mags back to back with full auto 5.56 through this suppressor with no worry about tube failure. Looking down the baffle stack here, a lot of baffles, guys. It's hard for me to count. I have not asked YHM how many are in here, but there is a lot, so they are closely spaced. So that'll be interesting to see what that does as far as the back pressure performance. So low pressure, most likely, tubeless design, really well finished at a price point on Silencer Shop's website, which they're actually in stock right now for $575. You're getting a really nicely finished, you know, no crazy machining, which I'm kind of going away from these days. I kind of like the more plain, down to business suppressor look. Nicely finished, lifetime warranty for $575. So those of you out there on a budget, those of you not even on a budget, might want to take a look at this. But before you throw all your eggs in one basket here, let's go ahead and take it out to the range and see just how she performs in real life. So let's take the Ruger American Mag-Fed 300 Blackout. That'd be pretty cool to kind of see like maximum performance we can get out of this thing. So we'll shoot some Freedom Munitions 220 grain Hush through this to see how Hollywood quiet we can get. And then we will grab I have an Armalite, believe it's a 20-inch barrel semi-automatic 308 in there. I'll have to check, it might be a shorter barrel. And then let's do the, put this down. Let's do the Stag Arms. This is a, you know, just plain 10.5-inch SBR here, 5.56. As you can see, I already have the turbo 5.56 on it. Really neat setup, guys. Actually, you know, for the money, factory Stag SBR, throw a Holosun on there, the turbo. I mean, I think, I haven't priced it in a while, but with the tax stamps for both guns, you're probably under $1,800, maybe even $1,600 if you're using coupon codes and going for the sales. I mean, to have a 2-stamp, fully suppressed little truck gun here, for under $1,600, that's pretty awesome. So yeah, we'll bring those 3 guns out there and see just how this performs. We'll do our usual side profile and you know, downrange shot. Speaking of the range, we have a new range, and it will be a location for my shooting events in the future, starting with the 9/11 memorial shoot. So this will be the first time you guys have ever seen it. We just got the berm up in place, much larger area. We can do a lot more cool stuff there, and it is close to the interstate near I-75 and Bellamy Brothers up in Pasco County, so a lot closer to Tampa Bay. Not going to cancel any shoots at Leesburg or anything. I just wanted to have a second venue, that way we can kind of split the shoots up and see which property works out the best. So without further ado, let's hop in the truck, head out there, and see just how she does.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This little guy performs pretty well for the price range. Big shout out to YHM for squeezing that much performance for under $600. That is not easy to do. As I suspected, the ejection port did not throw a lot of back pressure back in your face. I actually got no gas to my eyes or my nose and no discomfort in my right ears when I was shooting. In fact, I can't remember the last time that I was able to shoot a 10.5-inch suppressed SBR without at least foamies in. I usually get discomfort after a mag or two, regardless of the suppressor. This one had enough volume that didn't happen. The back pressure was really low, if any at all. A lot of the sound was thrown downrange. The tone was, I would call it like a medium tone, actually. It's definitely a newer sounding can tone for me. You know, those of you out there that have been around for a while, you might be able to understand what I'm about to say here. The Knights Armament NT4, okay, that has a really low tone, but it meters a little higher. Then you got the ASAM 42,000, has a higher frequency pitch, but it meters really well for its time period. This one I would put right smack dab in the middle. Not too low, not too high, but it meters well. So they actually hit a pretty good sweet spot here. Performance on 5.56, again, great. 300 blackout, that's Hollywood quiet, no surprise there. But the 308 Armalite, that is what shocks me. No discomfort in my right ear, which I was totally expecting. And it, more so than the suppression levels, it mitigated the recoil impulse by half, easily. And the flash reduction. I don't know if the camera frame rate's gonna be able to pick up the muzzle flash I was seeing, but it was throwing a good 2.5 foot circumference fireball with just the threads on there, no flash hider. So the suppressor obviously got rid of that, and the recoil was cut in half, so it was actually enjoyable to shoot. So I don't care who you are. Semi-automatic 308 or not, you shoot mag after mag out of that thing all day, and it's gonna beat up your shoulder. So yeah, really good performer, and I believe it is in stock on the Silencer Shop website for under $600. Big shout out again to ETS Group for their mag loaders, because that definitely sped things up off camera, loading mags for everything. Because it's not raining now, but we had a huge thunderstorm roll in here and everything almost got soaked, including the camera that I'm using right now. So that's why you didn't see a full auto mag dump, suppressed and unsuppressed today. I couldn't do it. We have storm bands coming in every like 3 or 4 minutes, so I just can't get to it. If the property looks new to you guys today, that's because it is. This is the new NFA Review shooting range, that's right, located over by Lake Iola and I-75 area, Pasco County up in Florida. It's located about 40 minutes from the Tampa International Airport. 30 acres, rectangle shaped plot of land, all cleared out, perfectly set up for shooting events and filming these videos. We brought in a lot of dirt, over $12,000 worth of dirt for the berm, and that was at a discount. I think it was 185 dump truck loads full of dirt. So it's about 20 feet deep by 360 feet wide. So it is a huge berm, so I can fit the maximum amount of tents on it. And if we have suppressed and unsuppressed events later, we can have a nice buffer zone in between the two. So the next event here will be the 9/11 shoot. So make sure to check that out. It's going to be posted on my Facebook page. So if you aren't following on Facebook, you're going to miss the announcement. But that is not a vendor shoot. That is where you guys bring your guns, your tents, your tables, you set up, we have fun, we shoot all day. We're going to have some cool targets out there. And then I will get some clients involved, see if they'll send some free prizes for you guys to win. Well, not free, we're going to do a raffle. And this time we're going to be selling raffle tickets and giving them to charity. So the last 9/11 shoot, we raised $5,000 for Project Paws Alive. So what they do is they buy Kevlar vests for canines for the police department. So I would really like to do that again, because I don't know how much $5,000 bought, maybe a couple vests, but I would like to donate some more. So that's going to be around, you know, end or middle of September area. I need to pick a date soon, start planning it. All the ammo today, guys, provided by Freedom Munitions, so make sure to use their promo code NFA Review to save 5% on your own order. So huge shout out to all you guys who have always supported me, all the companies I work with, and all my channel sponsors that help save money so I can continue to do this on my days off from the fire department. So thank you again for that. So until next time, make sure you're following, click all those like and subscribe buttons, guys, because we are not done. We have a lot of work to do this year. See you next time.